Strategy and Snark presents Dungeons & Dragons Online. And welcome back. Today we're taking a look at the legendary Temple of Elemental Evil, which is my first time popping into this version of it, because this quest got a major revamp. Apparently we're already... Oh, yes. Because of the revamp, we're not even in the quest yet. We actually could run around here. Like, they turned the first floor into a hub zone instead of just being the first room of the dungeon. Which is kind of smart. I like that. Sadly, I don't think the workbench does anything anymore, but Temple of Elemental Evil will take these quests. Arrow points that way. We've technically seen these quests before because... Oops. We did them in Heroic. So, I'm mostly just going to be rambling, trying to fill the time as we get through here, see if anything really is special, anything different or unique to the legendary version. So far, not very many quest chains have had many differences here. Probably count them on one hand. But I have not technically been in here, so I cannot say for certainty, or with certainty, whether or not we're going to see anything new. Of course, this is not a quest chain that people used to do that often, so even if there is a difference, will we notice? Alright, pushing the right button on the first try is nice. The last couple of videos we've been on, we'll say guest characters, because I didn't have the packs on this account. So it's kind of nice to have my muscle memory back from all of our time on the Paladin. Sadly, all of the named items that we got don't transfer, because they're all bound to account, right? Little sad there, but what can you do? Let's see. So we're doing the Earth Temple. Yeah, sure, we'll click on that. Earth Temple. I want to say... that way we go? I get so turned around in this place. Like, you would think that I would remember, because I've done the quest in general, right? They didn't change the core layout of the quest. Except that I'm pretty sure that the entrance is in a different spot. Like, I almost wish I had footage of the old one. Like, I could go find some, right? I could go find somebody on YouTube who's done the original one, but I'm almost positive that that wasn't the entrance. Just doesn't feel like that was the entrance. Honestly, this looks more like the entrance hallway that I remember. Is there a door here? No, just a pile. And some mephits. I never did quite understand the mephit ability to, like, summon a weaker mephit when they die. Like, what's the point? Like, I killed the big mephit. Pretty sure that I could take, like, a mephit that's half the strength. I still feel like we need to head towards the middle of this place. Nothing? Conspicuously blue wall. I saw a treasure chest over here, so... Well, hello. So green, so mysterious. Earth affinity. Ideal additional earth damage and take 20% less acid damage. And we got some cash. I wasn't really expecting to take a lot of acid damage, but I wonder what it means by deal earth damage. Does that just mean that we do acid damage? Because earth is not a damage type. Do we see a new... Now we have acid damage. See that green splat there? We're just doing bonus damage for the next hour. Cool. Oh, we don't want to be there. Okay. This is the ballista. The ballista, I think we can see it almost. Right? It won't let me click it. That's the ballista. We can't get up that side. So let's go around this way. I don't know if I really want to try taking the ballista head on. But I'm pretty sure we need to pass the ballista. There's your clue to the ballista. They're not... I don't have an invisibility clicky or anything. What if we try to jump to that? Let's buff up. And we're going to try to jump this gap. Look how fast that thing is shooting. There's not gonna... Are they just gonna attack Bulwark until... If I just tell you to go ham? Oh, they changed targets. They're dead. We could have just charged through there anyway, but... Look at that. Progress has been made. Look, a rune. I do seem to remember they added that you had to do these runes. Do I remember where the runes are? But I remember that from our heroic playthrough. That we definitely had to hit those runes. So we had one with the ballista. I wonder where the other one is. It says eastern. We're on the west side, so probably like right there. Probably. So let's try to get to the other side. Oh, this is the... What does that say? To the Earth Temple? Yeah. So that's where we go after we get the runes. That's either a secret door or they just happen to bump up against each other. So let's see if we can spot a secret door there. Nope. Okay, so we're going to have to go walk around. Which is fine. We can jump. Just yeet ourselves over this pit. Land on the ladder. Pull the hireling to us so he doesn't have to walk as far. I don't suppose this will just be the other rune. Hello, rune? I see door. How did I get in here? I walked. It wasn't even particularly difficult. You guys are on like the first floor. How'd you get in here? I walked in the front door. Temple guard. Once again, just reminds me of Legends of the Hidden Temple. Also, what are they guarding? So, Temple of Elemental Evil. The very bottom of it is like a demon. She's a demon? Devil. Demon. I think she's a demon. So you guys are once again demon worshippers? It has been a solid minute since we wiped out a cult. You know, back in the day, we were taking out a cult like every other episode. Like, how are there so many cults? Alright, we're still looking for a rune. Totally whiffed that. Romag's attendant. Great, who's Romag? Hopefully it's not the lady that I just splatted with my first shot.
Isn't this the best part of
Romag's Club of Earthen Dominion. Just in case we need that, we're taking it. Don't see any. Still don't see a rune. Are we not far enough over? I vaguely remember there was like a kitchen full of harpies. But this place is huge. I could easily be remembering something from floors down. Man, speaking of floors, how have we not had an Undermountain quest yet? Oh, we're just back here. Oh, were we like 2 feet away from the rune and walked past it because we didn't know we needed to look for it? Is it going to be like right here? We just whoop. Get some ogres. So I remember there. Oh, hey, harpies. Hey, look, a rune. It is locked by your life force. Therefore, you must die. If I can, you know, A, get close enough to attack, and B, not be charmed by 3 different harpy effects. We'll just stand over here for a minute. Just mowing them down. Anyway, Undermountain. The
sound of stone
to the north. You don't mean directly north, do you? I don't think you do. Hello, Kermuddy. The Bleak. Like, why are liches always in such bad moods? Is it because they have to, like, Voldemort themselves together? They gotta murder, like, 20 people before the lich ritual works or something? Why don't, like...
Open it quick.
What are you? Legendary Wand of the Temple's Black Earth? Hold on. What are you? I'll say so this thing drops on leaving adventure, right? I only picked it up. This is mastery over Earth Elemental, so probably get to the Earth Temple. Maybe we bonk him and mind control him. I don't know if that's important. It was not important on Heroic, but this thing is bound to a count, and it does not say it drops. It's an eternal wand of Caustic Bolt. Caster level. Where's the caster level? Caster level 31. Okay. And we have enough use magic device we could use this thing. What? So they've got eternal wands in here. It has been a minute since I've seen an eternal wand. I gotta try this thing out.
That was fun. I look forward
Pew.
to working with you in the future.
How fast can we shoot? Okay, about as fast as the old one shot. I need something to shoot at. Thank you. Alright, so it's doing, as a paladin, right? It's doing like 150-ish damage. That's not great, but it's cute. It's basically free, right? It's an eternal wand. Eternal wands used to be my favorite thing. Because back in the day, we didn't have, 2 SP to cast Fireball. We didn't have rest shrines and what are the things in Reaper called? The Lost Souls to refill your MP. Like, there was none of that. So I used Eternal Wands a lot. That was my default way of finishing things off. And I was always so happy when I could get a new one because the only ones in the game were so bad. Oh, hey, doesn't our... Oh, 20% less? Okay, no. Maybe that's why it was double ticking. Because we had that buff on. So we're looking at maybe 80 damage, which really isn't bad for a wand you can just whip out and like, BAM! It's not good. Especially not compared to like 1,000 damage we can do on a regular swing. Eternal Wand is apparently still bad. I'd have to put it on like a sorcerer to see, because maybe if you have better spell power, it does better damage. But I really doubt it's going to be anywhere near like a Warlock Eldritch Blast. Still, it has the stats on it. It has corrosion. It has acid lore. Let's see, ups your acid spell caster level by 3. Those are stats you would want as an acid caster anyway. So it's probably okay. If it's going to be your caster stick anyway, neat. Your caster stick shoots little bits when you're bored, Doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't hurt it that it's an eternal wand instead of a stick. You probably still want the stick because it's easier to break boxes with. Ooh, another altar. What do you do? Defense. More hit points and defenses. Cool. Alright, we need to get into this. Hello, vases spawning in front of me. We need into this middle bit so we can beat up the elemental guy and then go through that door. Should we play with the elemental stick? See if it makes a difference? I'll put it on the bar in preparation for finding wherever the crack in the wall is to let us in.
A belligerent cleric stands atop a stone altar in the center.
I am amused. Bonk.
Massive earth elementals patrol around the altar.
Okay. Hey, you. Bonk. I said bonk. I am amused by the Eternal Wand. Can I go this way? I have nostalgia for Eternal Wands. Unfortunately, they've never really been good. Like, the only one that I can think of that saw repeated play was Roderic's wand, if I remember the name right. The one that had like summon monster. So you just walk into a quest or whatever, just be like, alright, just flick the wand until I get something not terrible, and then move on. Just because it was like just a free pet. Summons are kind of bad in this game, which is sad because that's my favorite thing. You are so close to being usable. Alright. Yoink. Thought I saw a way out right here. Nope, it was just a small room. Alright. Retrace our steps to that door. And then I think we're done with part 1. In what I believe is probably way less time than the heroic one. But I know that as soon as I saw the first rune, I knew what I was looking for, at least. I am certain that that didn't exist back in the original version. But hey. That's one of the reasons to do these playlists, right? Proof of what used to exist. Alright. Click. Lower Temple Complex. So this is fire and water, right? We probably do fire and water, and then it'll take us to the air one. Locate fire, locate water. Probably has... Alright, if this didn't change too much from what I remember, which I don't think it did. So, I remember in our heroic playthrough, I got a bit turned around. I have a suspicion that it has the exact same source that my confusion on the first level had, which is, I think they spawn you in on the opposite side of the room than they used to, at least based on where I used to go to clear this quest. So I would normally have gone whoop to the left to get in here and find the air rune or whatever it is. But I went to the right this time. Just further adds to my theory that they just put you on the opposite side of the room. Which is a sneaky way to make everything weird. I wonder how hard it would be to mirror a quest. Like a Mario Kart style, just straight up mirror mode. Can you just, like, select all and flip? What would break if you did that? Can you imagine? Oh, find the key. Oh, I know where the key is. The key's in the main room. To the water temple? Sure. Apparently not this way. It would be interesting to have a dungeon that was just straight up randomizer.
Down they go.
But, then again, that's just Undermount, right? So, before I don't want to go to the northern halls. I want to go to the other southern halls. Why is there a wall? Why is there this wall in my way? Whatever. Whatever. Don't care. For those that don't know, Undermountain is a gigantic dungeon underneath Waterdeep? It's not under Neverwinter, is it? No, I think it's under Waterdeep. It's under one of those fantasy cities. Boing.
The air temple key sits behind the wind circle.
And it was a major location in the 2nd edition video game Neverwinter Nights, where you went through Undermountain. And that is a dungeon. That is just... Undermountain's where you go when the DM is just like, you want a dungeon? You want a dungeon that just never ends? You want just all the dungeon? Here you go. You can have all the dungeon. To the water temple. Far more efficient than trying to weave through the hallways. Just
The air
boop
in this
here.
room is almost uncomfortably cool.
Pretty sure we need water from the fountain. So Neverwinter Nights. It was 2nd edition, right? 2nd edition. They made Neverwinter. You know, Cryptic. Cryptic makes Neverwinter. The same people who made Champions Online, Star Trek Online. Got bought by Embracer Group and now are
Appearance of the water temple.
hopefully going to stay in business. Like, scary? I can't imagine. I can't imagine them shutting down Star Trek Online or any of that. But I don't know. We've seen a lot of live service games die. The Marvel game, Marvel's Avengers, interesting looking game, but they tied everything to being Overwatch. Basically, was that it? I never played it. Like, the reviews were like, yeah, there's this neat, like, RPG action level up thing that's kind of like what you hoped X-Men Legends would be back, like, 30 years ago. No, not that long. And then you beat the single-player mode, and then you go and grind the same missions online forever because that's what they think people want to do because Fortnite. It's not how it works, people. People don't grind Fortnite for XP so they can unlock things in order to play the game. They play Fortnite to unlock cosmetics. Don't put your gameplay behind a big grind.
You're really good at
What does Fortnite cost? It's free, isn't it? There's no... I mean, my nephew plays it a little bit. Pretty much everybody younger than me was like, yeah. Insert Fortnite meme. I don't know. The point is, Marvel's Avengers had a huge budget, it had a big IP, and it still shut down. Cryptic Entertainment, like... They've got Star Trek, they've got Dungeons and Dragons. Champions isn't a big thing. I don't think Star Trek's going anywhere. They just got one of their ships canonized in Picard. Champions, I feel like if they were going to shut Champions down, they would have just done it a long time ago. Like, it's gotta be not a whole lot of effort to keep that one going. Like, even if it is just in maintenance mode, it's like, let people play with it. Why not? Like, it's gotta make more money than its server costs.
Just on the arm, it's a small crack face.
Can I just, like, annoy you and just... Hi, can we just start the fight? Here is... It's clearly evil. It must be destroyed. Where's my Baldur's Gate shove? Just boop into the lava you go. Anyway, strangely enough, the one I think is in the most danger is Neverwinter. I never really had a great, like, I didn't have a great time with Neverwinter. I didn't like the 4th edition. I didn't like the inherent grind. It never clicked with me. But, my problems aside... Oh, apparently I forgot to pick the fire key up. Its problem, I think, is that it's not 5th edition. And Hasbro is so reliant on its very few sources of, like, positive income without asterisks. I'm not sure they want the brand separation, because Neverwinter is like super 4th edition. DDO is 3rd edition, but 3rd edition and 5th edition are not that big of a jump when you really... Like, if you squint, they're not that different. You could play this game only knowing 5th edition and still understand most of what they're saying. You could, the stats are the same. The classes are pretty much doing the right things. What's different? Like the saving throws, you just say, yeah, there's only 3 instead of 6. Our armor class is very, very wacky. Very, very wacky. Alright, go to the western halls and enter level 3 of the temple. Southern halls, and level 3. Thank you, convenient sign. Just fucking road sign. Boss this way. Sword beak. I'm sorry, sword beak. You didn't even last long enough for me to think of a good quip. Don't move.
That was remarkable.
May fire burn you, may ice freeze you. We don't have an ice dungeon on... Like, ice is not one of the 4 elements we're playing with here. You got water, but that's different. Now, which way to get to dungeon level 3? Yo, which way is dungeon level 3? Ooh, grist. Okay, you just saw me kill the other guy, right? You want to surrender? No? How about you? Just watching me slowly run towards you while you shoot the hireling? Remnants. The most deadly trap. Putting a box in front of the door. I feel like... Slay the magma brute. Oh, hello. Hello, magma brute. Maybe we should spin around a few times. Just accidentally kill this cleric. slag. I feel like they've used that name before. Like, it's a very... Like, yeah. Again, it's a good name for a magma elemental, but I feel like they've used it more than once.
Isn't this the best part of adventuring?
To the central hall. I don't want to go to the central hall. Hopefully it's down here somewhere. Now we're turning. That's to the eastern hall. I don't want to go to the eastern hall. I'm going to say it's got to be over here then. I kind of had a feeling I was going the wrong way. Like, at first I thought it was going to be here in the middle. But I have a vague memory of there being, like, a split. Oh, no. I feel like there's a hallway that I half remember. It's not you. We need some stairs. Hello, invisible door. Hello, other invisible door. Hello, third invisible door.
With the 4 barriers dispatched, way into Falrin's
And level 3. Which I don't think is its own quest. I think we just go in and kick this guy's butt. Right? Is there a butt ready to be kicked over here somewhere? You can 100% tell there are less enemies than there were in the original version. Man, original one was just like... It was like a Walmart on Black Friday. There were just so many enemies.
This is the entryway to Falrin's chambers.
And yet strangely less dangerous. Here's the boss. Doop doop doop. What you got, boss man?
I know why you have come. His voice. But you're too late. Using the arcane power of the pain.
Are you gonna throw all four of them at once this time? You are. Of course I'm knocked down immediately by the air elemental. So, if memory serves, this is a difference. I think I'd have to check the tape, but I think on heroic only 2 of them spawned, or only 2 of them at a time spawned. 20,000 damage. We rolled a 10, crit that guy, and just ended him. So, not exactly putting up a big fight there.
His fight was
But yeah, I want to say I think heroic we only did
chambers are dimly lit.
2 of those at a time,
Table in the middle of the room.
not all 4 at once.
A skull. If Falrin's journals to be believed,
Orb of Golden Death.
has nearly been freed.
Click. Conveniently takes us back over here because I probably wouldn't have remembered where to go. Actually, I think we're still even going the wrong way. That's to level 2. That's to his chamber. That's a dead end. This goes down, and I want to go down. Isn't this the little... I want to go look at that room. Hey, we got an item. Alright, item. And a big old greatsword. I mean, it's technically a greatsword of assassination, but still. Alright, we got an item. In a quest chain that I would never expect to get an item, we've got 2 items. What do you do? Spellcaster. Of course it's a spellcaster item. Radiance and nullification. But no crit on either one. That's a lot of insightful spell penetration. Okay. We can finish out, or we could have walked through that door. But I want to test a theory about this room. That room looks funny on the map, and I want to see something. Okay, so this is just... There's nothing in this room, but... It's really, really small on there, and I can't make it bigger. But what it looks like on the map is it looks like the room that had all the mushrooms in it. Which... I think that's on the way to Zuggetmoy in part 2. But it's interesting that like that texturing is showing up here. If I remember, I'll have to look at that room when we get there.
I can't believe we did it.
Oh. I looked for this too. Sentient weapon volume. Alright. Depths of the temple. Wasn't the part 2 guy over here? Yeah. Part 1, check. Done. Okay. Confirmed. Sure, whatever. Part 2. Let's go.
That sounds amazing.
Fire, water, air, earth. Each of these being its own quest. And then... Right. We don't have... I think we have to come back for each one. Back in the day, you know, all of part 2 was one piece, right? But they broke it into 5, apparently. With you intending on going to fire first, is their intention. I wonder if they're still connected if I have all the quests. Like, could I do them all back to back without leaving? Probably not. I'm gonna find out. We got some dragons we can fight in here now that I think about it. I haven't fought a dragon today. Hello, stone tablet. Light the beacon. Okay. Now, how do we get those optional fights? Were they just like a random spot that I had to find? I will say, my gut, like my initial reaction running in here. Overall, I'm excited to be running the temple again, right? Because I know it's been heavily modified. But running into these caves gave me that wave of, oh shit, this is gonna take forever. Right, just the once burned, twice shy, all that. Like, I just have such a history of this place taking for goddamn ever. It just hit me as soon as we got into these caves. Which is, I don't want to say unfair, based on how they used to work. But it's probably no longer the case. Like, I'm not just pushing through. Like, I actively wanted to see these again. But man, I just remember they were such a slog in the old version. Alright, well this is apparently a dead end, despite there being things on the map. That's interesting. Right. We learned this last time, that there's sparkles leading you. There's sparkles leading you towards the quest objectives. Is there a sparkle this way? Does not appear to be. Oh, sparkle was this way. We'll just follow the big obvious sparkles. Which will probably not lead us to the optional fights. I am curious about those optional fights. We did find all of them on Heroic. So, if I find the exit before I find the optional fight, I'll probably just move on. Get out of here, bat. You're back here fighting the methods by yourself, Bulwark. Steady on. Alright, I don't have any sparkles, so we must just be not even close enough. But yes. I don't know if I'm going to go out of my way to search for the optionals. They probably drop neat stuff. Two of them are dragons, if I remember right. Dragons drop dragon scales. Ooh, I like dragon scales. Am I ever going to use them for anything? Just want. Really? Just going to throw another method in front of me? I can't open... That's probably the exit once we find all of the things. Ooh, we got sparkle. Well, while we're running around fighting living fire with a fire sword and trying to hit a bat, I brought up Cryptic and all them because, you know, we were talking about Neverwinter Nights. You know, long time ago, 2nd edition. Their second expansion, second like full-bodied expansion, was Undermountain. And man, was it big. I think level 1 had a dragon in it. There were multiple like weird traps pushing the engine as far as it would go. And the part that really made us like it was your character started at level 15. So if we wanted to play around with a character, we didn't have to start at level 1. We just start at level 15. Dive in. We would start that game over and over again, specifically just to have a level 15 character of like every class, just to level them up and see what they could do. And 2nd edition, man, 2nd edition had some wacky rules. I don't really miss a lot of that. People might complain about, like, certain things, like, oh, 5th edition's too simple. Movement, action, bonus action. That's all I get to do every turn. Like, yeah. But realistically, what were you doing before? Just like 50 different options for what you do on your turn at any given time, but only 2 of them are actually viable. Counterspell required you to already know the spell the opponent was casting, which meant you were both incentivized to save. Well, it was a video game, so you could save scum, but if that was a pen and paper thing where you had to have the spell prepared to counter that spell, like, what a weird metagame that would be. People just... Like, would you take Fireball? Right? Going, oh, well, they probably took Fireball. Maybe I'll take something weird. Right? I'll take a little less known spell. I'll take Acid Ball. Because maybe they'd... And then the other guy's like, well, you know, I would take Fireball, but they're probably expecting me to have Fireball so I can counter it. So instead I'll take, you know, Lightning Ball. But none of it matters. None of it matters. Because in Neverwinter Nights, it was a computer game. You had limited spells to pick from. Of course they have Fireball, because Fireball is the only level 3 spell worth a damn. There was no, you know, 6 other options for a big level 3 spell. So I think in a world where you don't have access to enough variations, having to know the spell to counter it, I think it would actually just lead to a lot of people having the exact same loadout. Because they're trying to have the same loadout. I don't know. I never saw it in person. I played a sorcerer. I have all the spells all the time. What mean prepare spell? Like, there's your big game changer for Neverwinter Nights, okay? Okay? The big game changer was you could basically rest wherever you could sit down for 6 seconds. So you just be a sorcerer. Blow everything in every room and just sit down and restore all your spell slots. Every room. Because there was no food system. Like, why would you need to conserve your spells? And it really wasn't broken. Not that I remember. Sorcerers were still squishy. Melee's got cooler items. But Undermountain itself, man. Imagine Temple of Elemental Evil with all of its different levels, right? But instead of half of them being cave, you could have one that's like your classic dungeon, like the first floor here. Then you could have one that was a giant skating rink. Then you have one that's a forest. You could have a city down there. Undermountain was huge. It broke all the rules. You could bring in every single enemy in DDO. Every single enemy could be in the same quest. This is not where I'm trying to go. I'm trying to go through that door. It had a dungeon builder too. I tried to do that once. A dungeon that had every monster. So you take all of the challenge rating 1/4, or what the equivalent back in the day. All the weak little goblins. You put them on level 1. Then you put all of the next size up on the next floor. You just have as many floors as you have challenge rating of monster. The idea being you just get to kill one of everything. Or you've got to show that you can master every monster. Bonk. Standing in the lava, and you're still the one burning. For all the burning. Well, it looks like we won't be finding the bonus boss. Because I don't really want to go running around the whole place looking for it. Fire was a... What was fire? I want to say blue and white were dragons. No, blue was a giant. Well, now I don't remember. They literally just bricked over the doorway. It's a lot of devil imagery for what's supposed to be like a miniature plane of fire, not the abyss. Interesting. Well, I guess we'll just... I don't suppose you open. Portal to the Shrine of Fire. Again, they just bricked over the door. They used to all be connected. It's fine that they're not. Oh God, it's fine that they're not. I think it's just funny that they just literally bricked over some of the doorways. Alright, let's just hop into water. It doesn't really matter what order you do these. It didn't really matter what order you did them back in the day either. Well, it kind of mattered in that it would randomize it for you a little bit. The keys and such you needed were not necessarily in a obvious, always go to this one kind of order. We got sparklies again? Oh, I probably have to first... We probably don't get the sparklies till we light this one. And there's only one path, so... Into the water we go. Are you... Oh, you're the Legend of Zelda, like, speed boosters. I don't see any sparklies. No sparkly, no sparkly. I mean, that's distinctive. I pick this way. Apparently we could go further under the water that way. Oh, which we're going to have to, because that wasn't an exit. This is going to happen a lot. Anything? No. This is going to happen a lot. Hello? How did we find the, Are you the bonus boss? Or are you the actual boss? And we just found you before we got the rest of it. Jotun Rhineblade. Rhine blade, really? Like, I get it. Yes. This is just like slag, though. It's like a little on the nose. That is a giant treasure chest. Alright. This must have just been the optional guy. Alright. Alright, so I vaguely remember... Could I go that way? Nope. Fine. I vaguely remember most of them where there was a giant and a dragon. So maybe it was a red dragon that we didn't find in the fire area. You know what? Now that I think about it, wasn't it just like in the middle of a hallway, right? You're supposed to sneak around it or something like that? I guess these are our sparklies. They're not just speed boosts. Hey, water elementals. You got something to say? Marine ghoul. The Marines. The Marine ghoul. Okay. Sure. The undead have started their own army. They've got their own Marines. Back into the water. Alright, now that we kind of know more of what we're looking for, we're going to follow the bubbles. We're going to go away from the bubbles. See, I thought this was going to push me so I wouldn't be able to swim this way. But I didn't see another way out up here. Must have just missed like a portal or a waypoint. Bloop. Back into the water. Start looking for shinies. There we go. Follow that. I think it wants us to go this way. That way. Watch out. That ghoul is a Marine. Alright. The sparkle being a little snowdrift on the ground looks weird when we're, you know, out of the water. Being a circle in the water makes sense, like a ring. The snowdrift thing is a little odd here. I will take the help, though, now that we have remembered what that is. Just so we're not running around forever. Just a little direction. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. It makes me feel so much better about this quest that I can just follow the sparklies. Really? This water. I think I've been lied to. That looks like it's saying jump in that water, doesn't it? That water doesn't go anywhere. Okay, Sahagin. You're out of here. Another waypoint? No? Looking for it this time? One left. With no sparkly to tell us the way. We found Frostlands. Really? You a waypoint yet? No. Up here's a sparkle. Underwater. Problem is I don't know where the spot to turn them in is. Did we get a sparkle leading us to the end of the quest, or did we just happen to cross? No, I saw the door early. So I knew where it was. That's what it was. Alright, Sahagin. Y'all out of here. Hold up. Where's my sparkle? Sparkle says go the other way. Sneaky. If I was just running around by myself, I absolutely would have went that other way. Not realizing that I'm getting away from where I want to go. It's kind of like, it's almost like playing hot and cold. We have a quest that does that. There we go. Waypoint active. Dump me where I need to be. I think this is actually where I need to be. I think it's that. I knew it was in one of these two big water temple looking rooms. That's looking very much like where we need to go. So we still have what? Air and earth? Air is a little annoying because of the needing to be able to jump up and get overlapping areas. But I don't think earth is... I don't think earth is particularly difficult. At least I don't recall there being a special gimmick for earth. Yes, yes, groups of enemies. Which, looking at it now, I don't need to kill because I could have just dove through the portal. You're a dragon, right? Dragon. Yeah, bulwark. Go ahead and tank. I'll get back to you eventually. That looked like it did good damage, but I just saw the HP bar go boop. I didn't get to see the number. Alright. He's dead. Bloop. Treasure. Nothing. That's fine. Let's do air next. Because I think earth is going to just be zoop done. So let's get air out of the way. Grab my heart seeds. Air node, let's go. Boop, 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 boop. Interestingly, Level 35 on hard. We are in what would be a level 34 quest on normal. 35 on hard. We are officially not over leveled anymore. The quest is 3 levels higher than us. And we're still, you know, killing everything in very short order. I am very curious to see. I want to go farm gear out for this guy. I want to farm out the gear just to see what the difference is. And then maybe we'll go run... Maybe we'll just go run like the Underdark arena. One of the challenges that's just beat up a bunch of enemies and just... Not even bring the hireling. Just go in, see how far we can go with our own native healing and all that. With our existing gear. And then with the upgraded gear. And just see how big of a difference it makes. To have gear versus to have random stuff we found running around. Alright, look for... I want to say there was a rune at the top of this. Maybe there isn't anymore. A lot of will-o-wisps. A lot of doors that aren't open. Not mean to launch myself that high. Alright, here's the rune I was looking for. Okay. That's probably the exit. It's hard to tell what might be a sparkle and what might be just what it looks like because it's the air temple. How about that? What's that? Let's follow that. We're knocked down. We're surrounded. And they still don't stand a chance. Alright, you guys done like attacking me? I'm just here to turn off your power breaker. That's all I care about. I keep seeing the will-o-wisps, so I don't think they count. Ooh, there's another lightning thing. Like a ball of lightning floating in the air. Alright, I'm thinking this is what we're supposed to be following. So until I see a better option, that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to follow that. See a gate beacon. Feeling pretty good about my decision so far. Not feeling so good about not having immunity to knockdown. I don't even know what spells these guys are spamming. That looks like, what, Crushing Despair? I didn't think I was vulnerable to. Yep, Crushing Despair. Air elementals, man. Alright, one down. I don't see a sparkle this way. So let's go back to the main room and see if I can see a sparkle over a doorway. Really? You guys are... I know you're starving, but you're going a long way just to get your butt kicked. That's a real will-o-wisp. Nothing there. Right there. Let's go that way. Doop, 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 doop. The enemies feel a lot thicker all of a sudden. Like, there's just more of them in the Wind Temple than there was in the other ones. Which is weird. Well, maybe it's just because the Wind Temple is the one that throws you. So it's easier to... or it's harder to kill the enemies all quickly. Maybe it just feels... Defeat the Shrine's Guardian. I haven't even got to the shrine yet. Hey, Sparkly, which way do I go? This way? Got it. Okay, I'm gonna guess we're gonna go up that. Light gravity. It's not light enough. Fine, we'll just land right on the middle of the middle of the rock. Okay. We're up. We're not doing any damage though. Maybe we're not actually up. Oh, there we go. My internet connection has not been happy. I got a notice from the... Interesting. You're a will-o-wisp. Sneaky. Got a notice from the internet company that I've been using too much internet. They're going to start charging me more money because I use too much internet. I'm like, that's weird. I've been doing the same stuff. Plus, I haven't had the computer all month. Ah, there it is. But then I figured out what part of it was. I got so many videos done so close together because I was trying to like build the backlog back up because we damn near put the last video live before I had another one ready. So I uploaded everything I had been doing all at once. So that was 10, and some of those were like Feywild and Sharn, right? 10 very large videos up to YouTube may have angered Internet Daddy. Because at least my service provider actually has a separate streamer like package. So you're not... So they're like, hey, if you are a streamer or anything like that, buy this package because you asshats use more internet than everybody else. Like, you're like 8 families worth of internet by yourself. Buy the more expensive package. Cheapskates. I didn't buy it. To be fair, you know, I bought my internet 7 years ago when I bought the house. It's not like I go in there and adjust which internet I'm paying for. Well, maybe I should. Maybe if I threaten to switch providers, maybe I'll get a deal. Ha ha ha, this is America. There's no second provider. And there never will be. I don't care which political party is in office. Neither one of them will ever give up the bribe money to let the internet companies be their own localized monopolies. They will never give that up. There have been presidents of every flavor. There have been plenty of times for one of the political parties to take a stand and say, hey, the public hates this. Change it. There have been plenty of opportunities, and neither party is interested in it. Neither one. It is a bipartisan issue that Americans can go fuck themselves when it comes to internet. Wait. Did I go the wrong way? I feel like I went the right way. Oh, interesting. That's weird. It's probably just a side effect of how this place was built. You know, walling off doors and stuff. But we just walked through the right gate and fought the boss and the other two. This is a blue dragon. The optional. Optional is a blue dragon in this one. I'm almost positive. But we did not happen across him this time. Legendary medium armor. Oh, come on. Just... Can I catch a break? Is it good enough that I'm going to wear it anyway? Anyway, we are currently under attack, so I'm going to put it in our inventory just in case. Okay. What do we got? Saves, electric absorb, blurry. I don't know if we have blurry equipped. I think we do. Fortification, mythic armor boost. 2-piece set bonus. What's the other piece? I bet you it's weapon. It's gotta be weapon. DDO Temple's Tempest. Trinket. Interesting. And not a bad trinket. Has speed, seeker, combat mastery, yellow slot. And then this is only a 2-piece set bonus to get your 15 artifact bonus to melee range power. Plus, you know, electric and... I mean, even the 30 magical resistance rating isn't bad. That's... I don't remember seeing this item in anybody's gear sets. Despite it being level 31, technically higher level than a lot of the other things I see, although blurry doesn't scale. We have 10 concealment. We'd be giving up one of every slot, or one of every stat because of our set bonus. Do we have... We're getting fortification from somewhere else. Where are we getting fortification from? Game? Have I been running... no, it said I had over 100. Insightful 29, but that's not enough. I don't know where our fortification's coming from. Anyway, this is tempting to equip because it is plus 13 better. It has a lot of saves. It's got blurry. It's got the mythic plus 2. What is our stats at? Our charisma is finally at an even number. If it was an odd number, I would have gone for it. Plus our, heavy armor, I think, triggers a few more things than medium armor does. So, I don't know. But that is interesting. I might have to actually take a look at some of these. Oh, hey! All of these are Temple Tempest? Well, shit. Hold up. There's one of every armor type, but then there's goggle, ring, and trinket. Any of those count as Temple Tempest? Not... Oh. How have I never seen any of these? I mean, the most obvious answer is that these are all new since the revamp. And the rings are actually part of 2 different set bonuses? Which wouldn't stack, but it does give you options. So most of the items are like these goggles are designated I'm a lightning caster. Right? It's got lightning lore on it. That would be a waste to anybody else. And the ring is resistances, which isn't really good by itself. The trinket, though, the trinker's got seeker and speed on it. And there is a heavy armor, which is all... Oh, but the heavy armor has... The heavy armor has lesser displacement instead of blurry. Damn! They even made the heavy armor better, and we didn't get it. I may have to go and look over these items. Alright, last one. Earth Node. Sorry, I just... I've been trying to piece together a gear set for this character. Preferably not using a lot of different packs. Right now I'm looking at 3, and I'm still missing wisdom because I keep forgetting we need wisdom. How much do we need? Base 8? We only need 6 wisdom, and I keep forgetting to have an item that has wisdom in it.
The sound of cracking stone echoes around them. You are transported
I mean,
to elemental node.
honestly, a 6 wisdom augment is the way to go. Like, that is legitimately, for once, and it is the best answer, is you actually just put the wisdom in an augment and not bother getting an item for it. Like, that's one of the best ways to use augments, is to get stats you don't really need full value on. But I don't want to put... The easiest source I can find online of a wisdom augment is the ones in Giant Hold, which are relatively easy to get. You just farm out some of the... Right, there's my sparkly. You just farm out some of the relics. That's not a major ask. That is, you are guaranteed to get it given some time, rather than run a million quests and hope you get it. There's 100% success rate. You are always making progress, and I think that's important. I think it's important that you feel like you're moving towards your goal, even when you're not maybe instantly getting it. Am I still going the right way? Must be. This must be the one that has the dragon sleeping in the middle of the hallway. Oh, you see that? We were actually taking some increased damage because we don't have enough defense there. This way, apparently. So right now, I'm leaning on Feywild, Ravenloft, and Lost Gatekeepers. Because it's tricky to put a whole gear set together with only one pack. Like, obviously the answer is Isle of Dread, right? Obviously, you could fully gear your character with Isle of Dread. I don't think you'd even be missing anything just doing the Dino Bone crafting. But that is a big ask. Like, hey, person who just got to max level and is looking to grab some items before you try grouping or raiding, go learn Dino Bone crafting and grind all of that. Yes, it is a one-pack wonder, right? If you're only going to buy exactly one thing, you could just buy Isle of Dread and fully gear all your characters. But I wouldn't recommend it. But every pack has some weaknesses. Right? So Feywild is the most obvious one. Because to play this character, you really need the Feydark Illusionist to play the character like this anyway. So there's like a 90% chance that you have Feywild. And even if you went strength-based, which you can do, like, Feywild gear is really good. And there's no sparkle in that direction, so we're going to not go that way. Ugh, there's not one this way either. Need some sparkles. Need more sparkle in my life. Anything? This is just a waste of a... Yeah, this is nothing. You can almost put up a full gear set using just Feywild. Like, you can do it. Tacky. Hi. Bye. Oh, hello. Augment. Protection plus 11? Yeah, okay. High level augments make me happy. tempting to just boop, put that in. I don't think we have protection specifically. Is deflection protection? Where's our deflection coming from? Where is that parrying? No, parrying is insight. Just... Oh, protection. Protection is deflection. Okay. But still, we'd get another 6 armor class out of that. Which, unfortunately, is not a 6 out of 20 chance to just dodge attacks, because our AC is not that high. But it's not... nothing. It's not great for max level. Like, it says 37% chance, but it ain't high enough to really be that good yet. But it isn't nothing. A non-zero number of attacks misses. That number will go up substantially with better armor and items. So, in regards to gear, I tried to put together a full Feywild gear set, but there was just like a couple of things I really wanted for this character that Feywild just doesn't have. Hello, dragon, in the middle of the corridor that I thought was somewhere else. You're not actually dead, are you? Holy shit, we only hit you like 3 times. You hit Watcher, Construct, blah blah blah. You hit Hero Guess. 1,000 damage. Adrenaline. I don't... My combat log does not tell me what the fuck happened to that dragon. We fought a Temple Gargoyle, a Watcher Construct, it says I activated Adrenaline. Nothing. Did you implode the dragon? As long as you didn't take my treasure with you. Just ignore these BMOs. Alright, which way? Oops, sparkle. Bonk. I don't know what happened to that dragon. I pushed adrenaline, but the log says I activated it, and then like it just turned off because it only lasts for like 10 seconds, right? It says I activated it, but never used it. Like, I don't think I killed the dragon. We don't have Black Razor, sadly. So it wasn't like a Slay Living effect. Anyway. Feywild. Okay, Feywild. You could get a really, really solid gear set with Feywild. Here's the problem with Feywild. It has a lot of good items, and it has a lot of very mediocre items. Like the mediocre items are all still good. They still have way more bonuses and stuff. But what makes the Feywild items good is the set bonuses. That every one item you add adds another set bonus. So I'm sitting there mostly putting together summer and winter. And not only do the items, like the good melee items, overlap, not a big surprise, but like I can't wear armor from 2 different sets, so only one of them gets it. You know, we still haven't found the stupid thing. Oh, well, at least you're glowing again. That's positive. Hopefully we can go up there. Ah. Sneaky. Anyway. So when you get like your first like 3, right? Your first 3 Feywild items are amazing. And then you're looking at like, man, I really want to get to 7. Let's see if that thing's sparkling. It is not. Really want to get to 7 items for that set bonus. But item 4 is questionable. 5, 6, and 7 are you're basically wearing like the caster item on your melee just to force the 7. Which is not great. I mean, unless you're like an Eldritch Knight. Then it's kind of cool because you want the spellcaster items and you want the melee items. But we don't really care about the spellcastery part too much. And it feels bad to wear something like, I think I was looking at the Nocturne Ring, for instance. That's a great example. Like, the one we have is the heroic one, right? But Insight, Command, a little bit of extra fort. The only thing that's relevant is the set bonus and the true seeing. That's it. You're using an entire item slot for true seeing on the hope that the set bonus makes up for it. Now, I will say the Feywild set bonuses, how those work, is my favorite. I really like that you get increasing bonuses. So when that's like, I put on the Nocturne Ring, it's like, well, I get, true seeing from this, and that's not very exciting. Oh, but it also gives me +1 to all my stats because it's my 4th item equipped. And then if I had a 5th one, I get whatever that item does plus 1% dodge. I like this way better than the all or nothing ones. That being said, I got so close. It's so close to just using pure Feywild. We should have seen if there was a waypoint that spawned here. Waypoint? Nope. Okay. I'm gonna say the dragon room is probably where we're headed. That's gonna be my guess. So plan B, right? Plan B is, well, if I can't do it with all Feywild, all Sharn. But Sharn only has 3-piece set bonuses. So the first 3 items are just slam dunk, right? Part of the family set. Surprise nobody. Go get it. It's great. But then what? Every pack I looked at had like a couple of obviously good things and then you couldn't quite fill the holes using one pack. I'm not saying that that's the pack's fault. I'm not expecting one pack to rule them all. But it would have been kind of convenient to be able to just go, hey, just buy Feywild. It'll get you good enough gear. Just all Feywild. Done. And honestly, it will. That is a good enough set. Maybe I'll include it in as like a honorable mention. It's good enough. But it's basic. What the problem is, it's good enough to then wear while you go get the actual set. And you could have just spent that time getting a lot of the pieces of an actual set. You didn't really need to go and do this, like, half step up. We found a diamond. Neat. Pay it forward. Somebody else can find it. Alright, we're done with all of the little side trips. Time to smash our way down through the middle of this temple and kill a demon. And then call it a day, I guess. This is technically 7 quests? Because of the way it's split up now? Technically? I forgot to grab my reward from that other one, but I don't think it matters. So what I'm looking at right now is some combination of Feywild. Nah. Gotta watch our buffs because we lost connection mid-buffing. Boom. There we go. We made it to that one. Still a little... Still didn't register this one. There we go.
You have finally reached the innermost precincts of the Temple of Elemental Evil.
Assuming this is the same as before, the door seal is this way. So yeah. Feywild is the backbone of the set, I think. So far. Ravenloft, because Ravenloft has solid items. It's just the set bonus for Ravenloft just isn't as good. The set bonus that you want the most has the artifact bonus to melee power. That's like the thing you look for. And Ravenloft, it's profane. Which on your... You can get profane bonuses on regular gear. If you look in the right spots. Which makes profane set bonus in Ravenloft a little less desirable, plus Ravenloft's items are just like half a step down from Sharn and Feywild. Like, not enough that it would be bad to wear, but just enough that, you're looking at your neighbor's lawn, and the neighbor's lawn is like just a little greener than yours for the same amount of effort. Like, if you're going to farm Ravenloft for named items, you kind of might as well just farm Sharn or Feywild. But you know what the hardest thing to give up? The hardest thing not to add Ravenloft to the pile of quests for the equipment list? The goddamn sword. It's guaranteed. It is the fastest thing you will ever go farm for your character, is just walking into Ravenloft and picking up the sword. This is a perfectly functional sword. Is it like endgame R10 viable? No, there's only like 3 that are. But this is a very functional sword. And it does not take effort to get. Would I rather have Black Razor? Yeah, because it's cool. Would I rather have an epic sword as Shadows? Yeah, but that's a raid item that takes a bunch of grinding to upgrade to legendary, even if you can get a hold of one. They're not anywhere like doing a 2-minute quest, walking out, and getting your endgame sword. Or your introductory endgame sword. It takes sentience. You can start working on your sentient gem, and then when you are ready, there you are. When you get a Black Razor, you can always just get one of those sentient kits, either from the store, from the auction house or something. Pop out your sentient gem, put it in whatever your real endgame sword is. Because, let's be real, filigrees are like almost more important than the actual sword. Most actual swords are going to be damn near identical to this, right? Oops. They're going to have around the same damage profile, around the same crit profile. They're probably going to have somewhere between 6 and 12 extra d6 of elemental damage or something. Which is cute, but not, like, enough to chase. What makes an endgame weapon an endgame weapon is it either has some unique effect or expanded critical profile that you can't get elsewhere. So, short of there being a new thing that in Dino Bone, because I guess Dino Bone weapons are really good, but you basically are crafting onto them. And I don't want crafting to be involved in, like, the starter set. I don't want to say, okay, go grind these ingredients to make your sword. It's like, no. Your sword lives here. Do this quest on hard mode, and hopefully it will just drop. And then you just equip it and you go. I want the whole suit. I want everything on the item set to be grab and go. No craft. No craft. No special hoops to jump through. I want numbing. Which one are we on now? Oh, there's shelter. Which one of you is cleansing? Debilitating bad. But not debilitating spores. Great. Isn't there supposed to be a cleansing? I thought there was a cleansing mushroom. Whatever.
This appears to be a large shrine. An intricate rune is emblazoned on a raised dais in front of the ceiling.
Maybe it's just me. Maybe by the time you get to max level in this game, you don't care about. Oh, it's like, yeah, of course I'm going to go to Isle of Dread. Those are the best items. It's like, alright. But I feel like if you feel you are ready to learn that system, you're not asking me for help. Like, you have graduated beyond what I'm going to teach you. Congratulations, I'm proud of you. Hope you enjoy the game. My job is done. I'm not here to teach you how to do endgame.
That appears to have grown from the floor itself. Zugget must.
Alright, I suppose... Hey. Suppose I should focus on this boss fight. Zuggy. Is this the door? Nope. Oh, yeah. I was gonna look at the... Nope, room looks completely different. It's just got circles on the floor of different colors. Not the same as the one upstairs. Is this the way to the boss fight? Approach Zugget Boy. Yeah. Yep. Queen of Fungi. Is there any way this is not the thumbnail? She is weird looking, right? It's not just me. She's got like a skeleton kind of face to her. That's not just me, right? I have a page of my own, huh? That I didn't quite catch. Oh, you want to fight? Okie dokie. Are you... Nope, you're... Oh, no, you are cleansing. Cleansing. Beat these up. So we beat her up. She puts up a force field and adds some monsters. Blah, blah, blah. Any second now, there's going to be some monsters. Okay. Which one are you? You are toxic. Go away. Bad. Heal. Oh, he did it for us. I was looking for cleansing. Yes. Cleanse me. Finish this off. Cleanse again. Should probably be careful not to adrenaline into her, right? Alright, where is Sheltering Mushroom? We need to stay over here. Oof, we have lost. We've lost our buddy. Do I have... We do. We do. If I can make the concentration roll. We have resurrection. We have regained our buddy. Good job, buddy. I believe in you. Try to stand by the cleansing mushroom next time. Toxic. Oh. She just... Oh, she's defeated. Okay. Thwack. I don't trust the Sheltering Mushroom. Like, I physically got behind that damn thing. Because I could not beat this boss fight back in the day. Because the Sheltering Mushroom just fucking didn't work. Yoink. So I do not trust it. No fancies here. That's okay. The only scary part was when Bulwark went down, and it's like, ooh. We don't have Quicken, so it was not guaranteed that my very slow ooh cast was going to go through. Alright. We made it through everything. Just to confirm, we're going to go talk to the head lady here. Is part 2 complete? Complete. Alright. Fine, I'll take this hat. Okay. So that was all of them. Where, I think, if if I am remembering right, I think the heroic one, part 1, that one boss only shot 2 elementals at us at a time, and we got all 4 at once on epic. If I'm remembering that right, that was the only thing that I saw. Everything else is exactly like we saw it the first time through. The Zugget Moy fight got a little scarier because the hireling went down, but I think we were over leveled when we came in here, and I think we just slapped her and took her out. I don't think she was much of a fight on heroic. But hey, they took the time to revamp this whole place, so I am... Part 2 especially. Part 2, man, it needed it. You could almost have left Part 1 alone. Part 1 didn't really need to be split in 2. I'm not complaining, but it didn't really need it. But Part 2, man, splitting that one up, that makes this place so much better. Plus, apparently the gear is better than I thought it was. Man. 2-piece set bonus to get the artifact, melee, and ranged power. 2 pieces. Two pieces. I'm going to have to look over those items. Because right now I kind of have it set to use... I'm looking at Feywild, Ravenloft, and Sharn. Right? Did I keep Sharn? I'm looking at like 4 packs, which is not a million packs for a full gear set. But I'd still rather cut that down, and maybe I can squish 2 of them together using the set bonuses from here if they're that easy to get. Anyway, where are we going next? We've got, what, 3? 3 left? Yeah, so next time we do our last revisit. Our last one. We're going to go look at the legendary Attack on Stormreach, which only recently got its legendary version. Like, its legendary version and its heroic version very far apart temporally. So, may actually have some differences. They may have updated those quests. May have added something, moved something. I don't know, but it's got the best shot of anything we've done in like the last 10 videos of having some actual differences between heroic and epic. So I look forward to looking into that. That'll be next time. And after I fix this gear. So, thank you for watching. Y'all have a good night, and I hope to see you next time.